Welcome back to the Getting It Wrong podcast, where we unlearn harmful ideals, beliefs, and ideologies that we might be holding on to. And we give practical ways to live a more fulfilled and holistic life. And we embrace our mistakes here because getting it wrong is the first step to getting it right. I am your co-host, Gabby.
And I'm Morgan.
And this is the Getting It Wrong podcast.
Yes, let's get into it, girl.
Get into it.
Okay. So guys, I'm so excited. We are starting a second season. Gabby, how you feel, girl? This is second season. It's 2022.
It's 2022.
We made it through 2021, which in a lot of ways, I don't know about you, but in a lot of ways, 2021 was just as bad, if not worse on a personal level, at least for a lot of people. So we made it through 2021. Yeah, I'm just feeling I just love I just love new starts. I love new starts. Yes. We are starting a new year, new me. Does not get old, y'all.
It doesn't.
No, it does get old.
New year, who this?
Right.
It me. But
it gets old, but we can still do it again. Whatever.
We can. And like you said, 2021, it was different. It was still rough, but it was different because 2022, that was too much.
Girl.
A
Wait,
pandemic.
What? You said 2022.
Wait,
you know what? Go ahead.
I can't remember what I said, but 2021. Wait. Okay, whatever. 2020 was too much. We are so confused. So let's just be honest here. We're trying to have high energy and everything, but honestly, we're struggling.
Yeah, we're starting
it's so late.
an hour later than we usually start. But usually by 10 o'clock, that's when we start cracking jokes and being stupid and slap happy. So this whole episode might be slightly slap happy, and y'all just gonna have to work with it. I mean, honestly,
work with it, please. Please don't click off. But please. But so yeah, 2020. Everything was so new. No one knew what was happening. We were just rolling with the punches, really. 2021. I feel like we kind of got in a flow of this pandemic. Well, more people started pretending it wasn't a pandemic anymore.
That's what it was.
That's exactly what it was. But it kind of it made you feel like there was hope, I guess. I feel like if we would have still, I'm just talking from my personal experience. I started going out a little bit more. No, I didn't go to huge gatherings. Right. I wasn't just out here, but I did start hanging out with friends a little bit more. And I feel like that helped my mental and emotional health.
Yeah,
so much.
You had to. You have at this point, we kind of, be calculated, but you at this point is for your health, for the sake of your mental health, you needed to get out at least a little bit. I know I tried. I can probably count on one hand the amount of times I went out somewhere, but yeah. You just had to get out the house. You had to make it out. Try your best to see your family. Get your test, do what y'all got to do. But yeah, we had to.
Yeah,
we couldn't stay in the house.
I honestly felt
a little bit.
A little bit. I felt like if COVID didn't kill me, being isolated would. I was losing my mind.
For real.
But yeah, but it was still rough because it's life, everything was changing, but life was still happening. So trying to deal with all these changes while life was still happening, that's a challenge. It was super challenging. And I know that I've been going through a lot of change, and I feel like 2022 is the year where I really put things into motion that I really want to put into motion. This is the year that if things are not where I want them to be, this is the year where I can make decisions to put myself where I want to be. Like this is the year of protecting my peace, protecting my mental health. This is the year that I am going to make sure that I thrive.
Okay. I heard
That's how
that.
I feel about 2022 personally. How do you feel about 2022? What is your mantra for 2022?
I feel like it's just like I said, it just feels like a new start.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love new starts, like in any way, shape, or form that they come. I like Mondays, as crazy as that sounds. I like mornings in general. Every time that I get a chance to feel like it's a fresh new start, there's opportunity. It just like uplifts my mood. So the beginning of the
Yes.
year, I just have like an uplifted mood.
I
Now
love it.
by mid-January, I'd be pressed, but like I'm just gonna enjoy it while it lasts.
I feel that. I really do because everyone has the like new year, new me feeling, but I feel like
Yeah.
mid-January is kind of like when it starts to wane a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have to have that intrinsic determination. Like
Nah, you
you
do.
have to want it. It's like you have to want it more than help me out. It's
You
like
gotta
you
push
have to,
through. You gotta push
yes, you have to push through. You have to want what you want more than you want to give up, basically.
through. Girl, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We're gonna be pushing through, yeah. We're gonna push through.
And we are pushing through
But
this episode.
also, hold on, bear with me. I lost my earbud.
Oh no, but it's
We're back.
cool. I mean, so we are switching it up a little bit. So we are having 2 episodes instead of one a week. So our episodes are going to be a little bit shorter, but we're still going to provide the same value that we were providing before. We're going to have an entertainment episode and a more of a holistic and tips episode.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this is our entertainment episode. What are we going to be talking about today?
Yes. Okay. So, first, I do want to say, like, with the entertainment episode, I just want to make sure that we provide like a way to like escape because I feel like we're constantly bombarded. And that's something we talked about last season. We're constantly bombarded with like all of these topics that, just remind us of the trauma of, like dealing with racism, dealing with, everything that can hit us hard on our everyday. So just a little way of escaping. And one thing I do want to come on here with is just making sure that I drop a little bit of what I'm watching on TV because that is my way of escaping. And we all need to make sure we
Yes.
have that. So like one
Yes.
thing that helps me escape a little bit is at the end of my day watching a little something. And I love series more than movies for some. Well, I think we all start like in series a little bit more, like TV
I think
series
so.
versus like actual movies because we get to just like delve in and like
Escape for a
exactly
longer period of time.
it for a longer. That's what it is. It's a longer story. It's long and drawn out and we get to get it back to back to back because of streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to hit you guys with some of my favorite streams. And then
Okay.
also,
Okay.
I'm going to hit you with what mood comes with the different show because you come like
Mm,
each type of show you get kind of a different mood, like if you're in if you're trying to deeply escape, that's where some of my faves come in, which are like sci-fi and fantasies. So I'm gonna hit y'all with
okay.
some of my favorite sci-fi and
Nice.
fantasies
Nice.
occasionally. If you just want a good laugh, I love a good rom-com. So I might hit you
Mm-hmm.
guys with some of those. And if you just want some good mess, we can just get into some of the reality.
I
Okay.
like a little mess.
You sometimes you gotta hit us with a little bit of good mess. But today, guys, I think me and Gabby share this as one of our faves. We are gonna get into Insecure and
Yes.
it's come to an end. And it's
Unfortunately.
just so bittersweet, but it came to an end actually. Um,
5 seasons.
5 whole seasons. They did that.
They
Like,
really did. That's a good run. I see
That's
you,
a very
Eason.
good run. That is a perfect, that's like a perfect run, actually, because once they get over, sometimes they can't even get to 5 without it getting messy and silly, and all of a sudden they got aliens, all of a sudden they got you know what I'm saying?
It's like, what is
All of a sudden you
happening
find out
here?
everybody was dead the whole thing. You like, okay, yeah. Stop trying to make money off of us, but
Right.
keep
Like this
going,
should have ended
actually.
2 seasons
Exactly.
ago.
Like, stop playing with me. So yeah, let's get into Insecure. Oh, I just it's so bittersweet. So for starters, Gabby, I know, like, I feel like we shared a lot of the same feelings about Insecure. Like, we definitely bond over Insecure. We didn't
For
always have
sure.
time to watch it at the same times, but we right here. So like,
Yes.
anyway, how, for starters, like, how did you feel when Insecure first dropped? Like, when it first came out, what
Ooh.
was your, like, feeling, your vibe? Like, yeah, just how
See,
did
so
you
I
fall?
cannot remember yesterday, and you trying to ask me how I felt about
But
Insecure when
like,
it came out years ago. But
that's
no,
true.
you do remember how you feel though. Like when you really like mess with
Yeah.
something, like you remember how you felt when it first came out. So let me think for a second. I think, well, first of all, I know I was super excited. I was super excited to
Yeah.
see a TV show that featured, Black people, that wasn't about like shoot 'em up, bang bang, that wasn't about
Mm-hmm.
like, the stereotypical stuff. It was literally people in their like what, early 30s or late 20s or something. I can't remember
Yes.
how old they were. And just trying to
Yes.
figure life out. And that's the stage of life that we're in and we're coming into. So
Yes.
it was just super relatable. And I never saw a show like that with people who look like us. Well, I don't want to say never, but nothing within
Mm-hmm.
like the 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it, see, that's, I want to get into that a little bit, because I was like, oh my God, they are saying things the way I would say things. Typically, when you get a show and it is a Black cast, I feel like the writing is very much still pushed and geared towards white people.
Mm,
However, for me, this hit like, well, and well, I'll say this about the writing. It's like geared towards white people in a way. It's like they are allowing us to put some like Blackness into a white script. But for me, this felt like Black writers saying things that they would say, and just like the vibe was all us. It just felt like
yeah,
all us.
I
It
agree.
was made for us, made by us. It was for you, by you.
Yes, and I also
That,
like, I really like the fact that the characters were very dynamic. It showed different types of Black people. It's
yes.
like they weren't all just,
Mm-hmm.
they weren't all just a stereotype. It showed like Black people who were, like from the hood. They had their own story, and it
Right.
had Black people from middle class, Black people from upper class, Black people with money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just showed all different aspects. And I'm not 100% sure I've seen it done in a show like that ever before. And I feel like if I have, I'm 100% sure it wasn't done
Mm-hmm.
as well. It wasn't done as good.
Right.
I don't know if that was a proper grammar, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Um,
Right. Yeah. It's just like, I just felt like it resonated with us more than any show has in a really long time.
because I feel like I'm kind of like an awkward Black girl. So I was like, I
Yeah.
relate.
Yeah, like, yeah. And I think that's another thing, because you get like the shows that are, stereotypical for Black girls, where they're just talking about like our struggle, and then you get the shows where you can tell the character wasn't meant or written for a Black girl, and it seems like, meh, they just got her playing somebody else, it
They
feels
just stuck her
like.
in there. Yeah.
Or, right, but these were very much just like dynamic, full Black characters, and I
Yeah.
just loved it. And it,
Except
like
for
I said,
Kelly. I feel like they could have done more with Kelly.
they probably could have gotten more into her character, like, and made her like more of a like 360. Like, they could have gave her like a
Yeah.
little bit more. backstory, like a
It's like, who
little
was she
more depth.
outside of the friend group? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
And Kelly was funny though.
he
Like
was so funny.
I think they did stick to like having her as comic relief in a way. But I still loved her.
Yeah, she was a great character. She was one of my favorites. And I saw on Twitter people were saying, like, if anybody gets a spinoff, it should be Kelly.
That's valid. People were like, give her just due. Yes.
I'd watch it.
I would. I mean, anything spin off of Insecure right now, I would definitely watch. Like, please do that.
High key.
Yes. And then another question, like, did you have a favorite theme? Like,
ooh. I kind of did. The messiest theme was my favorite, not gonna lie. Everyone was like, oh, I love the friendship theme between Molly and Issa, but I was like, I was kind of feeling the whole Condola, Lawrence, Issa, Nathan quad love thing that was going on. Like that was that's what I was feeling. I was like,
no,
I need to know what's gonna happen.
Yes. No, that's funny you should say that. That was like one that I was gonna say too. Not necessarily like not their dynamic, but I did really like how well they played the dynamic between Lawrence and Condola.
Me
I was
too.
like, dang, that was so realistic, yeah.
It was, and I'm team Condola. Like with their dynamic, I was like, Condola is in the right, low key. But I feel like they're trying to make us like feel for Lawrence, but I'm like, but Condola is really not doing anything wrong.
Oh.
Like Lawrence was being like just super like carefree and like, oh, I'm gonna give my baby this and that. And Condola's like, no, you can't do that. I don't trust you because you think you can do whatever you want. That's not how you treat a little baby that just came into this world. Like she was correct.
Absolutely. Like and I mean, I get where people are like, I feel for Lawrence. He just wanted to be a part of his baby's life. Okay, I get that, but like, you can't have to try a little bit harder.
Yeah,
exactly. And like at the end of the day, if you're a man and you are walking out the house, nobody knows the difference. Your life does not change drastically. Your life doesn't come to a turning point until you see that baby being born. But even then, it's not as a drastic change. Like for a woman, as soon as you find out your body, like you are carrying someone in your womb, you immediately just feel a difference, a shift in your life, and it's forced upon you in a way that it does not necessarily get forced upon you immediately as a man. So
even before you find out.
For real. And like you can see that dynamic there. It's like this, I have no choice, is kind of how Condola was looking. And then Lawrence, he, like you said, he was more carefree, like, oh yeah, and in addition to everything else going on in my life, I am a dad. But like for Condola, it's like, I am a mom, and like, I'm a mom and that's it.
Yeah, and I have to figure out how to make everything in my life fit around me being a mom, because it's 24/7. It doesn't stop.
Period.
And Lawrence kind of learned that a little bit, like, you know, in the season, because at first he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna live here and, you know, fly back, you know, when I have the chance. And I was just like, it's giving deadbeat.
Like she was like, man, when I say I never felt so bad in my life, she was like, you can stay where you at. Like, pick. Either you're here or you're not. In and out is not. Just like your mama said, that door needs to be open or closed, baby.
Open or closed.
No, she said close the door. You need to be in or out. That's what it was. Yeah. So, period. Yes. And then just like my last question, and we kind of covered it a little bit. I was just gonna say, like, now that it's over, how do you feel?
I feel like I have closed life. I feel like Insecure was a huge part of like a chapter of my life. It really, It's definitely something I'm going to carry over.
Hmm.
And it's something I would want to show to Nia when she gets older. I feel like she would be able to relate.
Hmm. Yes,
You
I feel
you know,
that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I feel like, yeah, I feel like I try and get everybody that hasn't watched it to watch it. Because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people take the stance where they're like, oh, I don't want to. I look stupid with two mics.
I didn't even notice.
Technical difficulties. But yeah, you know how a lot of sleepy, yeah. You know how a lot of people don't want to like get on the bandwagon, and the reason they don't like it is because everybody likes it. Those people get on my nerves. Either you like something or you don't.
Yeah, I'm low
And
key them.
mm,
I'm like that with
higher.
music though, but not
Oh,
like everything else. But
okay. Okay. I'm
it's
just
okay. We can
lazy.
keep going.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I try and get people to watch it because I'm like, you're gonna like it. Just
Yeah.
stop being a contrarian. I hope that's the right word. But
No,
like
it is.
you're gonna like it.
Yes. And I feel like people who don't like it are like trying not to like it.
You're forcing it. Just give
Just
in.
enjoy it. Like
I
there's really nothing not to like. It's beautifully shot. It has a great storyline. Well, there were a lot of filler episodes in the fifth season, but it was still
true.
enjoyable.
Yeah. Throwing that baby was it took me out. I had to rewind a couple times. I was not ready.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Did you see that meme
No.
that it was like referencing? There's this meme with like someone like throwing a baby. It's like a cartoon, like not a real baby, but it's a meme of somebody like doing that, and that's what I'm pretty sure that's where they got it from.
Oh Lord. Is it? Okay.
Dang,
Okay.
it's
I
like Morgan
mean,
didn't catch the reference.
nah.
It's cool.
Yes, but aw, insecure is over, guys.
It's over. Did you answer how it made you feel now that it's over?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now that it's over, I am probably going to take a long break from it and then try and rewatch it in like in the next year. Because I just basically I can't let go.
Yeah, that would be a good rewatch too. And then you can binge
It
all
would.
5 seasons.
You
Like, come on.
can and just
What a great
laugh
way to escape.
back to back to back to back.
So if you guys have watched Insecure, you guys should definitely let us know like what your favorite part of season 5 was. Let us know how you felt when
Mm,
it started and now that it's over. And if you haven't watched it yet, you need to. HBO Max.
mm-hmm. Y'all can get that free subscription like the first month or something. I don't never pay for subscriptions. I'm raggedy. But we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I
Yeah,
will
we're
keep going.
not. We're
Yeah.
not. We're not. We're not. So I'm gonna give my little spiel that I always give. Please
Mm,
subscribe, follow, rate, comment, do whatever you need to do because
mm.
that helps people find our podcast. And you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and something else. Help me out.
Anchor.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Bear with us, guys. YouTube, you can find us on YouTube.
Loki, I wasn't listening.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, we're just gonna head out.
Bye.
Bye.